Hey everybody, Nick from Fit for Life Consultants here with another video, and this video is going to be talking about an article I found a couple of days ago. Um, when I look down in the camera, I'm going to be reading through it, and you guys are welcome to read through it as I do. I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to like quick read and point out some keynotes and state my opinion on it. So let's get to it. Basically, this one I found on Yahoo News, but through ABC's Good Morning America on stating obesity steady in all states except Arkansas. This was posted Friday, August 16th, 2013. And, right off the bat, you get that obesity rates are steadying in all states except that one, Arkansas, that they named, but which shows, as they said, a glimmer of hope, and I find that to be a good way of putting it. Um, Apparently, the study or research project is called F as in Fat: How Obesity Threatens America's Future, 2013, and for the first time in 30 years, the nation's obesity rate held steady in every state but Arkansas. The annual report was published by Robert Wood Johnson Foundation in collaboration with Trust for America's Health. Um, so yeah, basically, as you can see, obesity has been on the rise in the U.S. and more people you see out there that are obese. We're not talking about just overweight. We're talking about obese people. Overweight people, I think it's 2/3 of the population are overweight in adults. Obese right now, I think it is at a rate between 20 and 30%, depending on the state. The lowest state was Colorado at 20%, and the highest states uh, were the southern states. Now, me being from Florida, especially in Miami, we don't see it as much, depending on where you live. If you live in areas that are more poverty driven, or you go around there, lower class economic status, that is the population that is mostly affected by these obesity rate increases, meaning that they are the ones that are showing that rise. Because let's face it, cheap food is not the healthiest food you can have, and that's something that really should be addressed. Is that the cheapest food before, was vegetables and fruits and fresh things, and now that's become expensive because you want fresh things that are not with chemicals. So those are more expensive. Also, fast food has made a very big impact. You all know this, so I don't really have to go too much into detail around about now. I just really want to talk about this. So yeah, and apparently the rate has steadied. Now it is at a high rate, from 20 to 30% of the population per state being like that. So I don't really think, everybody should still show concern, as they say in the article, and that this is just a small step forward in the right direction. Things don't just turn around 180 and go backwards. You gotta keep the increase from going too fast. You gotta make it slower, 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 go slower, slower, and then it's gonna plateau. And then from there, it's gonna start going down. Hopefully, apparently, as they said, um, the things and policies that they've been putting in have been working, and that is encouraging people to become more active and eat healthier. Those are things that I promote in my business and to my clients, to eat healthier and be more active. Uh, those are things that should be part of your daily routine. But I don't let people never eat anything that's not good for them. In a sense, like, you want a cheeseburger from McDonald's because you love it, you have some feelings with it, go ahead and have it. But don't have three or four. I know a lot of my friends, they go all out on Cheeseburger Wednesdays and they'll have 4 cheeseburgers, 5 cheeseburgers, and they'll feel terrible after. I will feel terrible after having one. Um, but some people want to have it, and that's fine. It's just about your control, portion control. It's 300 calories, I think, for one. That right there is half a meal, and you're probably not going to feel full on that. So you're having a plus 1,000 calorie meal without even noticing. And it's not only the calories, it's the sodium, it's the fat, it's just a whole bunch of things. But yeah, so I implore you, please take a look at this article. Uh, it's very interesting to know. It's very interesting to be informed of how things are going, because in the end, even if you're not overweight, obesity affects everyone. If most of the population is overweight and obese, it will affect you in some way. Maybe family members, maybe friends, even just getting services out there, people working. It's been shown that people that are overweight are less productive at work. It's just the way the body is, it's not at maximum efficiency. So take a look at it, share it, let me know what you think. Let me see if anything else that I see. Okay, so it says here obesity rates are highest for low-income Americans, like I said, with at least amount of education. More than 35% of adults who didn't graduate from high school were obese, compared to 21% of those who went to college, and 31% who make less than $25,000 a year are now obese, compared to 25.2% of them making more than $50,000 a year. So there you have some statistics. Oh, one more thing before I go away. The rate of extremely obese people has continued to climb as well. Americans with a body mass index greater than 40 is now at 6.3%, a 350% jump since 1980. Now, a quick example would be extremely obese. You think it's probably around over 100 pounds more than what your normal weight should be. Body mass index, it's developed for normal people. Depending how the way you take it. But yeah, that's a big increase. 6% of people being extremely overweight. That is no good. We don't want those numbers to keep on increasing at such a high rate. A good thing, apparently, people within 18 to 25 years old are the lowest. Um, are lower. Obesity rates found lower in 28% of in every state. So people my age are trying to do something. And for kids, it's also uh, not it's still bad, because it says here super obese category, 5% of children fall in that category. That's not what a kid should be going through. So, oh, and one last thing, yeah. The baby boomers, which is the biggest population at the moment here in the US, they are the ones that have the biggest rates, with obesity rates for baby boomers were higher than 30% in 41 states and higher than 40% in Louisiana and Alabama. That means more charges for Medicare. Health system's gonna be more expensive because of all the diseases that come along with it. So just keep in mind, read it out, read it up, share it, and really just educate yourself about how this country is doing. I'm glad that it's steadying. This is only one study that's been done. I hope it is steady, and I hope it starts decreasing at some point through the use of lifestyle change. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, subscribe, leave your comments, like anything and everything helps. And you guys have a healthy, fit day. Okay? Bye.